From Future's wild past to Kendrick's deep rhymes, the rappers spit truths about their inner battles, painting pictures with their words, breaking down walls, and making it cool to talk about the mental hustle. Through the storm they stand tall, dropping bars that echo the real struggle, showing that even in the face of drama, the mic and the message stay lit. Future got himself tangled up when that old music video bubbled up to the surface, showing off some nude visuals. People started throwing around the toxic masculinity tag, stirring the pot big time. Then over in Ibiza, some cat landed a punch on Future's bodyguard, dropping him cold. The clip caught fire online, shaking up the scene for a minute. Future's been real about facing his own demons, talking about sipping on dirty Sprite to handle anxiety. Though there's not a whole lot of chatter on how he's spearheading mental health talks in the rap scene, him being open about his struggle is dope for the community. It ain't just about Future. Many in the game face the same fight.
You talk about the distribution and the use of drugs. You know, what happened to not getting high off your own supply?
I never served codeine. I'm happy as I shouldn't be.
Kendrick Lamar, straight out of Compton, has faced his demons head-on and used his mic to shed light on mental health. His 2012 hit album Good Kid, Mad City, and the 2015 masterpiece To Pimp a Butterfly lay bare his struggles with depression and anxiety, making him a relatable figure to many facing the same battles. In the track You from To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick gets real about his inner turmoil, touching on the haunting thought that money and fame can't silence. It's a raw depiction that hits home for a lot of fans dealing with mental health issues. Despite his lyrical confessions, K-Dot's been a part of a wider conversation on mental wellness, especially within the Black community. He's even joined forces with health campaigns to get people talking more openly about these issues, breaking down the stigmas that often keep people silent.
Meditation. Do you have a meditation practice?
Yeah, man. I have to have at least 30 minutes to myself.
Nice.
If it's not on a daily, every other day, to just sit back, close my eyes, and absorb what's going on, you know, the space that I'm in. When you're in music, and everybody knows this, the years are always cut in half because we always have something to do. You know, whether we're in the studio for 4 months, that go by. Or now you gotta go on the road for 5 months, that go by. Next thing you know, 5 years done went by.
Yo, Post Malone's been vocal about the mental grind, particularly the anxiety beast. Dude hit a wall of burnout after dropping bangers like Sunflower and Circles, especially when the pandemic gloom rolled in. He spoke about feeling the weight of the world, with everything on his mind causing a freaking overload. There was this one time when fans got all worried during his gig in Nashville, where he stumbled and struggled to get up while belting out I Fall Apart. Post Malone even tweeted some deep stuff about his mental stability, making fans and foes alike wonder if he was holding up alright amid the roller coaster that was 2018. Oh, and remember the hiccup with his fiancée? She turned down his drunk proposal only to say yes when he popped the question sober the next day. Lately, fans were tripping, thinking he was on something cause the dude's lost some serious weight and his stage game was looking a bit off, but Posty came through loud and clear on the gram. He was like, nah, y'all got it twisted. Dude's been like switching up his life, kicking soda to the curb and eating clean. And get this, it's all about his little one. Malone's trying to be the best dad that he can be. Plus, he's working out on cutting out smoking and drinking too.
My brain was not operating at its normal frequency, I guess. I don't know, but it just wasn't, I wasn't Austin. I was like so fucking lost.
Yeah. And who brought you back?
Me. I think you're the only person who can bring you back. Everybody can surround you. Everybody can say, hey, man, it's, you know, what's going on? Are you all right? At the end of the day, you just have to take that love that you're offered and say, you know what, life is pretty kicking.
Alright, let's dig deeper into Kid Cudi, aka Scott Muscuti's saga. Dude's been riding through some dark storms in his dome, no cap. At some ritzy fundraiser, he let it all hang out, talking about that heavy mantle of anxiety and depression he's been toting. When the static from the gram started messing with his zen, he hit the brakes, slid out of the limelight to guard that fragile mental. But life ain't ever that simple, right? Along comes this tiff with Kanye and Cudi dropping to his knees, hitting up the higher powers on the gram, begging for some divine intervention to keep his wits about him and chew away that haunting solitude. Dude's been on a rocky path, juggling fame, mind games, and real-life feuds. Every post, every tweet, laying bare the struggle, the hustle to keep his mind from spiraling into the abyss. It's a real tug of war, keeping the demons at bay while the world's watching your every move. scrutinizing your every beat, every lyric, searching for a glimpse into the enigma that is Kid Cudi.
You're heading out on tour, you're doing all of the stuff. How are you? How are you feeling? How are you doing? You're always so open about the space that you're in.
I'm really in a great place because, even if touring stuff wasn't going swimmingly, I would still be in a great place. So happy with everything that's been going on, and I'm proud of myself, man. Like, I'm just really proud of myself, I guess, more than I've ever been in my life.
Now let's slide on over to Isaiah Rashad. When that intimate tape crashed the web, it was like his life got thrown into a spin cycle. Real talk. Dude broke the silence at Coachella, but the real bomb dropped in a heart-to-heart with Joe Budden. Rashad spilled the beans about that dark episode, pushed him to the brink, had him contemplating exiting the stage left for good. He had to check himself into a sober crib for reboot, to get his mind right and deal with the fallout while also breaking down the walls about his intimacy. The leak wasn't just a blow to his rep, it was a full-on assault on his peace of mind. But Rashad ain't about to let the narrative run wild. He's taking the reins, addressing the drama head-on, and working through the muck.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought depression was fake. For the longest, I was like, dog, that's the biggest excuse I've ever heard. I'm like, I don't know why people like lean on it so hard. And at one point during when Ari had to cut my high top, that's where the high top came from. I was literally at that wall where I'm like, this leg, it's not getting, like, I can't do nothing. I'm like, Ari, like, at this point, he like, dude, can you get up, change, cut your hair, come on, let's cut your hair, let's do something different. And everybody keep telling me, you need to rest, you need to rest, you need to rest. I'm like, bro, I've been going to sleep every day for 2 months. I'm like, I can't do nothing. I can't run, I can't jump, I can't push somebody, I can't do nothing. I'm like, if I walk down the stairs and mess up, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? So I was just in that, and I was like, bro, this is the first time I could acknowledge it. I was like, man, depression's real.
Slide into the gritty life of Danny Brown, the Detroit wordsmith known for keeping it real. Dude caused ripples when he aired out Ninja from Die Antwoord, accusing the cat of crossing lines at a party in France, sending shockwaves through the hip-hop domain. Rewind to a live gig where a female fan decided to get extra cozy with Danny on stage, taking fan interaction to a whole new level, if you catch the drift. The incident had the streets buzzing, diving into deep talks of content and boundaries in the game. Some arguing Danny found himself within a twisted situation, victim to a moment that veered off the rails. In a real moment, Danny spilled that when he was broken off the substances, living in his grandma's basement, that was when he felt life was real and he was at his happiest. This revelation slaps the flashy facade of the industry, exposing the real struggles artists tangle with beyond the bling.
I'm definitely still in the red with that album, and and you motherfuckers don't wonder why y'all get music from me all the time. I can't put out, I gotta get out of debt. You get what I'm saying? I would delete a Trash Exhibition Heartbeat. I spent $70,000 in samples and the motherfucker sold 7,000 the first week. I think someone lost a deal. But that's my first time, man. That was like, man, the record label, they gave me a budget. That's my first time ever working with an album with a budget. You know, they gave me $100,000 and I'm like, I'm going to go crazy. I ain't about to go cheap out and then pocket the rest. Because, you know, that's what a lot of motherfuckers do. They'll be cheap as fuck with this and, you know what I'm saying? And they pocket the rest of the money. But me personally, I was like, man, I'm going to go all out. Now, I didn't know the samples were going to get up to that high. And then I still, because I went over the budget, I spent $50,000 on mixing and mastering. You get what I'm saying? So
Juice WRLD, real name Gerard Anthony Higgins, was deep in the fight with his own mind, struggling with mental health stuff. His mom, Carmela Wallace, was right there through it all, seeing his tough times up close. She wrote this heart-to-heart letter, talking about how they used to get really into it, about his struggles. She always had his back, pushing him to talk about his feelings and get help. Juice was all about music over school, chasing that dream hard. His mom, who first wanted him to hit the books, ended up rolling with his music vibe, joining his crew and watching him make tracks every day. They were super tight, bonding over games and real talks about his mental battles. Even after Juice passed away too soon, cause of an accidental overdose, his mom turned that pain into something positive. She started this thing called Live Free 99, aiming to help others going through the same mental health battles. She's out there telling anyone, especially other moms and their kids, that it's okay to get help and you don't have to hide your struggles. She's hoping through this, Juice's spirit and positive vibes can keep helping people, even though he's gone.
My message to the youth is to be strong no matter what you're going through. If you need help, seek help. Whether if you don't want professional help, seek help and surround yourself with people that'll help you, that'll listen to you, that got your best interest.
Yo, Kanye's mental health scene has been a wild ride. Diagnosed with bipolar back in 2016, which brings along some anxiety too. Fast forward to 2022 when he claims he was mentally misdiagnosed, causing a stir. But the real fire starts in October 2022 when Ye goes off the rails. He's dropping anti-Semitic bombs, clashing with Adidas over Yeezy deals, and social media ain't having it. They block him, and his words are causing a ruckus, with fans from the business world to the streets calling him out. He's on a spree, going from one interview to the next, spouting conspiracies, dissing Black Lives Matter, and the industry peers are backing away. Amidst this chaos, his social media rants are costing him business ties. His beef with Adidas goes public, causing a storm in the biz world. And the TV shows? They're pulling or editing his episodes to cut out the hate he's spitting. Through all this drama, fans are wondering how his mental state is fueling this fire. His bipolar disorder and anxiety are seen as possible fuel to these scandalous episodes, impacting his image and business ties, and his spot in the social media world. Ye's journey is a twisted tale of musical genius, mental health battles, and scandals that keep the hip-hop scene buzzing.
I can just tell you what I'm feeling at the time. And I feel a heightened connection with the universe when I'm ramping up. It is a health issue. This is like a sprained brain, like having a sprained ankle. And if someone has a sprained ankle, you're not gonna push on him more.
Right.
With us, once our brain gets to a point of spraining, people do everything to make it worse.
Alright, here's the lowdown on Slim Shady's anxiety and the storms it brewed. Eminem's life story is a struggle saga, from battling depression after losing his homie Proof to using his music as a therapy session for himself and his fans. His lyrics often dive into mental health, throwing a lifeline to others feeling the same. Now, let's talk scandals. Em's not a stranger to controversy. His bars sometimes cross the line, sparking fires left and right. In 2017, he dropped The Storm at the BET Hip Hop Awards, blasting then-President Trump, which got the Secret Service knocking on his door not once, but twice. And oh, his lyrics, known for being provocative, have ruffled feathers, stirring up debates on homophobia and transforming controversy into buzz. Fast forward to 2021, Eminem's facing heat from the TikTok crowd, trying to cancel him. The youngins on TikTok kicked up a fuss, trying to cancel M, but the rap god's still standing strong, turning the drama into discussions on freedom of speech and culture. Through the highs and lows, Eminem's been real about his anxiety, weaving it into his music. His tracks ain't just a peek into his mind, but a mirror for others facing the same demons, making him a voice in the mental health conversation in the hip-hop sphere. Through scandals and struggles, M keeps spitting truth, with his anxiety fueling the fire in his belly, keeping the rap game lit and real.
Didn't you ask the doctors when I first started rapping again and sent it to you? Didn't you say, like, I just want to make sure he doesn't have brain damage?
My man is not...
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Before you bounce, smash that like button and slide over to that subscribe to keep up with the rhythm of real talk. Now it's your turn to jump in the mix. Which of these hip-hop head stories hits home for you? How do you think their beats and bars are shaping the conversation around mental health in the game? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below.